XRP Rippler says, if the reverse carry trade unwinds and XRP bottoms at 20 cents just before it goes parabolic, will all the exchanges freeze up? Yeah. I think there's going to be a liquidity crisis. Could it come from, Tether being sanctioned? Could it come from Tether depegging? Those are really the only two things that I think could really cause it. I don't know that it'll depeg. I think that them having gold and Bitcoin on their balance sheet could cause issues. But if there was a reason for the U.S. government to sanction a protocol, we've already seen them do it. We already saw them do that with Tornado Cash, and they could absolutely do it again with Tether. They're operating offshore. They now have a U.S. compliant stablecoin that they've launched with USAT. Maybe they know that USDT is going to get sanctioned and they don't want to be siloed in that. They've diversified into gold. They've done some other stuff. And again, the sanction thing didn't come from me. This was actually a conversation that I had with Ryan. I can't think of Ryan's last name. He's a developer at Ripple. And Scams, the guy that I had the bet with at the end of last year. I went back and forth with him on Twitter a little bit, and it was Ryan from Ripple that actually brought up the fact that the U.S. government could sanction Tether. And Scams normally has a lot of pushback on stuff. He agreed with that. So for him to agree with that made me feel good about it. If it gets tied to Epstein, if it gets tied to something else that's, not great, circumventing sanctions, other stuff, the U.S. government would have the authority to sanction that network, and anybody, putting money in and out of that probably has a problem, right? Same thing with Tornado Cash. They were like, if you use this, you